Hi everyone, I've got a bit of an update on the Integrity Initiative. If you don't know what the Integrity Initiative is, just quick recap. It's this Orwellian mockingbird-like operation that's been set up in the UK by the government to, what it says is, stop the spread of disinformation, specifically Russian disinformation amongst the public and online. In reality, what it is a group of journalists being put together, journalist academics, who are pretty much attacking anybody who's telling any truths about the UK government, which are damning on the UK government. And that's what they're doing. They're smearing, they're attacking anybody who is writing facts. It's not propaganda they're writing, it's facts, just inconvenient for the UK government. So this organisation is attacking them and smearing them. And it's curious, obviously, with them being so integrated in the media, especially in the media, you would think that this story is huge. It's huge for every other country in the world, really, and it's huge for independent media in this country. We talk about it a lot. I think I've done about 10 videos on it already. The media entire in this country are ignoring it, which does point to just how complicit they are in it. However, the update is Sky have written an article on it. I know, I was shocked as well. It says this: highly likely that the GRU, that's the Russian intelligence unit, hacked a UK institute countering Russian fake news. They can't even put, look at that, the suspected cyber attack may have been in response to Britain naming Russian military intelligence in the Salisbury poisoning. They don't even put Integrity Initiative or Institute for Statecraft in the title. I think they only mention Integrity Initiative once, about halfway down in this. But look who it's written by. It's written by Deborah Haynes, who is mentioned in the files, in the Integrity Initiative files, as being a member of the UK cluster. They've got... They're honestly trying to stand up for the organisation that they're paying, that's paying them, and that's getting them to push this stuff. Does it get more blatantly mockingbird than that? I just want to point out, by the way, this is the full article. It's a really long article, and you can see here, this is like, wow, 75-80% towards the bottom of it. It's a really long article, that is. Only here does she mention that she's part of the Integrity Initiative and she's been named in the files. The reports include suggestions that journalists, including myself, are improperly associated with the Integrity Initiative because our names feature in the leaked files. That's it. That's the only bit that she's put in there, saying, yeah, I'm up to my neck in this stuff. The thing is, halfway down the article, that says highly likely, remember, highly likely in quotes. Yeah, I know. I'll come through it in a minute. It's not unusual that to me to see the words highly likely in this story either. Highly likely, they say. Chris Donnelly, a former senior Ministry of Defence civil servant who co-founded the Institute for Statecraft, said he has little doubt about it. Who hacked it, that is. Though he has no forensic proof. So this is the head of the Institute for Statecraft, that's whole mission was set up to paint Russia as the bad guy, has come out and said it's highly likely to be Russia, and then said, oh boy, I have no proof. And the person that is part of the UK cluster for the Integrity Initiative has then took that as highly likely the GRU attack. Come on. This is laughable. I mean, seriously, this is laughable. You might as well have Operation Mockingbird 2.0 slammed and stamped on your forehead, Deborah Haynes. Don't you care about your... Do you have no journalistic integrity at all? Foreign Affairs editor for Sky. No forensic proof. There's a pattern there, isn't there? Didn't write anything about Pedro Baños in that article, strangely enough. You know, this is Pedro Baños, who was going to get the top job in Spain for defence, I believe. I think it was Spanish defence minister or something like that, or intelligence minister, something like that. And the Integrity Initiative over here and the Institute for Statecraft, they didn't like that. They don't like Pedro Baños. So they got their Spanish cluster of, academics and journalists to write articles and create a smear campaign against him, and he didn't get the job. Do you know why he didn't get the job? As it says there, expert on geopolitica, global politics. He's appeared on RT and Sputnik quite regular. Stopped somebody in Spain that is literally meddling about in another country's politics. That's blatant. Blatant, because the guy had appeared on RT and Sputnik. Didn't put anything about that in an article. Why was that? Why didn't you put that? Did you forget, Deborah? Is that what it is? You forgot. It skipped your mind, didn't it? Carol Cadwallader of GCHQ's mouthpiece, The Guardian. Curiously, Carol Cadwallader also has been, doing talks and what have you for the Integrity Initiative as well. How interesting, she says. Oh, how interesting. Surprised, were you, to hear this, Carol? Surprised that the organisation that was set up purely to paint Russia as the bad guy and to stop the truth coming out over here about anything in that... You're surprised that they say it was Russia that did it. And then the hacked material was used to try and discredit mine and others' journalism. CC James Bollock, also of GCHQ's mouthpiece, The Guardian. I mean, what possible interest could the Kremlin have in that? Remember, this is not from an article. They have gone from an article that specifically states no forensic proof to basically, it's in the open now, it was Russia that did it, taking it as fact. And these people call themselves journalists. These people actually say they are the fourth estate. Can you believe it? Wow. Surprised, are you, Carol? This is fascinating and significant, she says. NCA believes it was GRU, same military intelligence agency behind hacking of a DNC. This is journalist. Same military intelligence agency behind the hacking of the DNC. That is an assertion that even the FBI and the CIA have not proven. Even they say, we've got no proof, but saying it as fact. Even they say, we have no proof. NCA saying this appears to be the first time a hack and leak operation confirmed to have taken place in the UK. This is the exact methodology Mueller is investigating re WikiLeaks and US election. Strange, they keep talking about this US election, because the thing is, when they said this, highly likely, I thought, I remember that terminology and methodology before as well. It was from this guy, James Clapper, the guy who was found to have lied to the Senate under oath twice, I think, Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, who, it wasn't, remember, you might have remembered this, they said 17 agencies confirm it was Russia that hacked the DNC. And then once the facts came out, what we eventually found out was it wasn't 17 agencies at all. It wasn't 4. It was 3 and this guy. And this guy, James Clapper, hand-picked analysts from those 3 agencies to get the evidence that it was Russia that hacked the DNC. They couldn't find it, and that's why they used the terminology at the time. It was highly likely that it was the Russians that did it. And obviously people like John Kiriakou and people like Bill Binney from, the NSA and the CIA and, whistleblowers have been saying, listen, if it was Russia that did it, they would have the proof. We know this through X-Keyscore. But people like Carol Cadwallader and the guy, just remember, this is a woman who's talking about the spread of fake news and what have you. And she's from a publication that still has this pile of shit, pile of lies on there. This is such a pile of lies that this massive scoop that they did, no other journalist from The Guardian will even reference it. Even when they're talking about WikiLeaks and Manafort, they won't even reference this article in their own publication. Why? Because it's blatant fake news, it's absolute bollocks, And these journalists who are working at the same organisations that are printing this bollocks and are working and getting paid for doing speeches and are on documents for working for the Integrity Initiative are just gaslighting and lying to people right now, right in the open. Trying to cover up whatever it is that the Integrity Initiative and Institute and Statecraft illegal activities were. No doubt it's been shut down and built back up in another organisation right now. Here's the thing, Carol Codswallop and James Bollock and Deborah Haynes. I don't give a flying fuck where those documents were hacked from. I don't care who hacked them. It could have been Santa Claus for all I fucking care. It still wouldn't even make a headline. Why? I don't care who gave us the information. I only care that we got the information. Because the information proved that people like you are not the fourth estate. You're the fifth column. And this is why you are desperately trying to back up what you've done here. Because you know when the truth comes out about it, your career is should be absolutely finished. Integrity Initiative, you people have got no integrity whatsoever. None of you. For more truly honest, independent media like the video you just saw, please subscribe and click the bell below as well so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. If you also like and share and comment on the video as well, that really helps with the algorithm and boosts exposure. And if you can support me, please do so. You can do with any of the avenues on the screen at the moment and below this video. You can support me for as little as $1 a month on Patreon. And every dollar helps. We need your support at the moment. We do not have an operating fourth estate. I'm sure you're aware a functioning media holding power accountable is vital for democracy. At the moment, we haven't got it. So people like me are having to fill their shoes and do the job for them with your support. Thanks very much for your support. Till next time. Peace and take care.